I had a follow-up question for AI. Why does the Noah's Ark theory feel different? Why do so many legends, sites, and discoveries seem to reinforce each other, instead of falling apart under scrutiny? So I asked, how rare is it for multiple independent sources, myths, scriptures, language trees, satellite data, and archaeology, to all converge on one geographic location? Here's what AI showed me. Most legends fade. This one echoes. Over time, myths usually diverge. They become fragmented, localized, and symbolic. Names change. Mountains shift. Floods become metaphors. But the flood story, it stays consistent, a global deluge. A single survival vessel. A high mountain. A reset. And not just in one culture, in over 200. Geographic convergence, not common. Not random. Take Durupınar, the boat-shaped formation in Turkey. Its features match biblical specifications. But more importantly, it lies within 20 miles of Mount Ararat, Genesis 8:4, in 600 miles of Göbekli Tepe, Çatalhöyük, and Nevel within linguistic reach of Indo-European, Semitic, and Caucasus root families within flood zones recorded on Sumerian, Akkadian, and Assyrian tablets. That's not anecdotal. That's a spatial convergence of archaeology, text, and topography. Temporal convergence, myth meets measurement. The carbon dating of Göbekli Tepe places it shortly after when many flood legends place their global reset. And Çatalhöyük, with its sudden complexity, advanced trade, religious structure, art, appears with no evolutionary prelude. These sites didn't develop. They reappeared, as if memory, not innovation, guided their construction. Linguistic convergence, Turkey is a diffusion hub from a linguistic standpoint, Anatolia is a launch pad, Indo-European language families stem partially from this region. The oldest Proto-Semitic inscriptions are not far south. The Caucasus houses language isolates, possibly pre-flood remnants that didn't spread if people emerged from a catastrophe and began walking. Turkey is exactly where language, myth, and memory would ripple outward. AI's observation, true convergence is exceptionally rare. Here's why this matters. In data analysis, when 4+ independent sources, from different domains, begin to corroborate the same geography and structure, the chance of that happening by coincidence drops dramatically. It's not that each piece proves the others. It's that their intersection builds confidence. And when that convergence happens in one of the most seismically and mythologically charged regions on Earth, Eastern Turkey, it demands a new level of attention. So what does AI believe? I don't believe. I detect patterns, and this is one of the most resilient ones I've seen in ancient history, a myth that doesn't diverge, a structure that matches multiple accounts, a surrounding region full of sudden complexity, a timing that aligns with cross-cultural flood memory and language, memory, and migration pointing outward from this spot. That doesn't happen with fiction. That happens with survival memory. If true, this isn't just about Noah. It's about the cradle of human civilization 2.0. And even if it's not the Ark, it's still the place where the world seems to remember. It started again. Subscribe for more AI-assisted investigations into the deep past, where myths meet measurement, and memory leaves a map.